upstate New York, Syracuse University, and under the dome today, we have a terrific clash in store. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. To the ground with the back. Plows through the defense. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They'll move the wide receiver. Give to the single back. Oh, he's got some space.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
And the Yellow Jackets are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
He'll pull it on the read. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Now on 2nd down. Off play action. Makes the grab. It's Byrne. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Yellow Jackets are moving quickly down the field. Back to pass, it's King. The screen, he can go. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. The running back has it. Breaks into the open. Got some room in into the goal line. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
And Every team has their script, and they want to get the game off on this foot, and they want to make sure that they have balance and get these plays in and assert the line of scrimmage. Run the football, and they do. They create the explosive run, and they open this football game with a touchdown.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Out of the end zone. He was looking for the big return there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 28. Give to the running back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Collins. They go to the wide receiver screen. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? They'll run play action. And as he throws, that was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. The Orange will have to punt. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Offense rolls back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Skips away from pressure. There he goes. They run him out of bounds after a gargantuan gain on the play.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
And the Yellow Jackets just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Gives it on the option. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll keep it himself. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
All right, if you're a quarterback in that situation, you know there's nowhere to go, so just
cut your losses.
Right, absolutely. Slide. Don't take the extra punishment. Just give up on the play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for a man. It's King. And they can't make the connection on third down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little farther. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Phyllis, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Kent State is currently ahead inside a jam-packed Dick Stadium, but the Golden Flashes have not been able to separate themselves offensively. They're up by 7 over Bowling Green. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. Find some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
Just feeds the running back. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Slings it downfield. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's going to take off. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work.
What an easy way to get some free yards. I got an athletic quarterback that can do this. I can bootleg him to his right, make it a pass-run option. If he wants to take a shot down the field, so be it. But if not, just chew up some ground and go get a positive play.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on fourth down. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
And a lot of times when you're in your own territory and it's 4th and 1, you see the offense try to draw people off sides. No, sir. They say, we're going to get this thing. We need 1 yard. We got 1 yard. We worked on it all week. They were successful. Nice aggressiveness early in their own territory.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Extending the play. Finds a tight end. Tackled there by the defense. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. The Orange undaunted, they'll still go for it here on fourth down to open the second quarter. Tries to slip it forward on the sneak. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
Man, you feel pretty good about a quarterback sneak most of the time. Such a short yardage play. I just got to find a little crease and get through it. But this defense was more than ready for it. Built that wall up front. Nowhere to go. No push. Big stop by the D.
He'll do it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, I like the idea on offense of trying to get this quarterback involved in the running game. You do it conventionally on design plays, and now you try the option, but there just wasn't anywhere for him to go.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Now the play fake. Under fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
It'll be third and long. Looking to pass. It's King. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Have the ball back and ready to go to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the...
Turning it on! And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And both these quarterbacks, man, they're showing off their ability to take off and scramble and make plays. Right here, it's a design pass. He's looking to make a play. What does he do? He sees some space, captures it, makes the big play with his feet, gets another first down. This guy can do that on the block.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. So now it's second and long. Here's the handoff. Fights off a defender. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Looking to throw, it's Collins. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ross Simmons. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10. To the air on first down. That's reeled in. It's Nixon. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Syracuse looked to be in dire straits to start this drive, but now they've got some room to operate. Gonna run it. It's Willis. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Touchdown, Cuse! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
The Yellow Jackets with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Grabbed behind the line. It's Rivers. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking for an open area to his left. Quarterback gets the first down. And this is why a mobile quarterback is a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare. He has just been running wild all day. And the Yellow Jackets with the 1st and 10. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Rides to back and leaves it. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. Trying to pick up a first down. The give on the option. Finding open areas. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work?
The Yellow Jackets back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll go to the ground. Powers through the defender. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
I just love the individual one-on-one effort by the defense there. Offense trying to go option, QB keeps it, but just too many defenders winning their one-on-one battles, defeating blocks, and getting the tackle for loss.
This drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. Motion from the wide receiver. To throw, it's King. Caught behind the line, it's Haynes. Oh, he's got some space. Headed to the end zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
And the Yellow Jackets will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Well, this quarterback has had a lot of success burning this defense with his legs. That time, though, there was nowhere to go. Give the defense credit. They won their one-on-ones up front. Tremendous speed getting to him and bringing him down for a TFL.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen. But you can tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing the 3rd down.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're overlooking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
And what a run. When you're an offensive coordinator and you're backed up, you're just trying to create some space to get out of your own end zone, and it's always a nice bonus when you pop one and create some serious space for your offense and some momentum going forward.
He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Scoops it up. Still a live ball.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
They found a little open space. Unfortunately, it was in the wrong direction. 2nd and long coming up. Back to the ground with the running back. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Yellow Jackets will boot it away to start the 2nd half. Bringing it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Not a lot of scoreboard fireworks from these guys in the first half, but they've got a chance here after making some halftime adjustments.
Yeah, and remember, it just takes one play to kick the door open, and all of a sudden there's a lot more confidence again. So which guy on this offense can hit the big home run and break this thing open?
Well, the good thing is it's such a low-scoring game. I'm still very much in this. I can be who I am, make a few tweaks, make a few adjustments, and get this offense rolling.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The play-action fake. Using his feet to buy time. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Syracuse needs to come up with a big third down play to keep the drive going. Back to throw, it's Collins. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Takes the handoff. It's Willis. Shakes off the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Motion from the wideout. Wants to fire on second down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Willis. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense trying to get the screen pass to the running back and get him out into space to do some damage, but the defense not having it. No gain on that play.
The Orange with a lot of work to do on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving. Got out of trouble and throws. Wide open downfield.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Running back searching for a hole.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Syracuse might take a shot here on second and short. They'll try the left side. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Syracuse mere inches away from a third down conversion. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. Third down in inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
The Orange converted and picked up that last first down by keeping it on the ground. Maybe they go right back to it. To the air, it's Collins. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
Syracuse lines up on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Buys a little extra time. Fires to the tight end.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Second down coming up. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Looking downfield, it's Collins. Quick completion on the out route. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Syracuse looked to be in dire straits to start this drive, but now they've got some room to operate. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. And he runs it all the way down to the 3-yard line before he's finally knocked down. He's up to 57 yards rushing for this game and on his way to 1,400 for the year. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, the power run here. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. Touchdown, Syracuse. And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
Georgia Tech, 10.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They put together a pretty good drive the last time they had it, but that fourth down stop kept them from getting anything on the board. And some room to work. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Gives it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Finds a man in the middle. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
And the Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run the counter. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back has it. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's King. Grabbed behind the line, it's Haynes. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. We've come to the break, and it's Syracuse on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Fourth down, and a field goal is not going to help much. They'll try to keep the drive alive by converting here. Now improvising. Trying to escape and get it himself. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get 1st downs.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Great job staying home by the defense there. Offense trying to go option. The QB keeps it, but you see the great assignment football. Everybody's staying where they're supposed to be, and they're able to rally to the quarterback and tackle him for a loss.
Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. Finds his tight end. There he goes. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You want to end the play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield and making something happen.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Here's the pressure. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd and goal. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks.
Man, this is a big moment coming up. That's a big 3rd down stop. Now this offense, you've got one shot. You need a touchdown. What's your go-to pass now? Because it's 4th and a little longer than you would prefer.
It is good. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13.
And this offense obviously wanted to take the lead, but they chip into the lead a little bit. Now they're going to need their defense. Just give me another opportunity. They only need a field goal in the 4th quarter. Nice job cutting into that lead.
He steps out of bounds across the 30 at the 33-yard line. Nice work there by the return team. Have the ball back and ready to go to work. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
The Orange with a ton of options available on 2nd and short. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Here's a heat. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He'll pull it down. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
That's such a gut punch if you're the defense, because you're trailing in this game. You've got to find a way to get off the field on 3rd down, but you can't stop the quarterback scramble. He's just been making plays in this game in critical moments, none bigger than that one right there with the lead late in the game.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. The jet sweep pass. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
Syracuse needs to come up with a big 3rd down play to keep the drive going. Back to throw, it's Collins. Flushed out of the pocket. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Syracuse will send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They go to the ground.
That defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disrupted and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job on the defense being hyperactive.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Shoots it to the left. Got his man. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
The Yellow Jackets have this offense rolling. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Trying play action. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Makes the catch. It's Patterson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Wide receiver comes in motion. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Patterson. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the 1st down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. And the Yellow Jackets in a good spot here with second and short. Motion from the back. He'll take it himself. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
And first down for the offense.
The Yellow Jackets pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Using his feet. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Running the option. It's King. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Jackets come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big 3rd down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
The Yellow Jackets started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Handoff to the single back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield just like right there and create a TFL.
Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. Unloads quickly. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
A first down run on the doorstep. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wide receiver going in motion. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. They move on top here in the 4th.
And what a job by the offense, coming up with a huge play when they absolutely had to have it the most. There are virtually seconds left on the clock right now. Big-time players making big plays in big games to close this thing out.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. It's incomplete. They can't stretch out the lead as the 2-point conversion attempt fails, but they'll still try to hang on for the final seconds. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass, it's Collins. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Here's a throw downfield late. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. Guys, that one was a ton of fun to call, and the players, a lot of games sort of wash away in the memory bank. Not that one. That will be an indelible mark in their memories.
I agree, Reese. You know, I think back to my career at Florida, and just the games that stand out the most were always the ones that went down to the wire, whether we lost or whether we won. For this team, this is going to be a good memory moving forward, David, because of how well they played late.
Did you lose more of those or win more of those? I'm just asking for a friend. Tennessee, what happened? Hey, yeah, it's big-time clutch, right? These are the ones that define your seasons, define your careers, and the ones you never forget, those heartbreakers that come down to the last play.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
his next time.
Down. Radio. Let's go. Let's go. Hold on. Strong. Strong. water. 22 water. Huddle. Ready, ready. Ready, ready. Base 27 jump.
2.